In episode 5, Valentin's emotional swings finally cost him, and he loses his mascot job for the second time. Saddened by losing his job, he finally admits he needs something different in his life and begins pursuing his extreme sports enthusiast aspiration as a way to work through his emotions. So he made his way to Mount Komorebi and continued practicing on the bunny slopes, determined to finally get the hang of snowboarding. And even though he kept falling, he eventually pushed through to level 4 snowboarding, but not without earning a painful injury along the way. Taking a moment to rest, he wandered over to the vending machine and decided to start a new tradition, buying a semi-capsule on every trip to Mount Komorebi. He opened the one he bought and was surprised to find a rare 2-star inside. With his aspirations being checked one by one, a level 3 thrill seeker needs to achieve rock climbing level 3, complete a hiking trail, actively snowboard or rock climb for 4 hours, and encounter a forest spirit. Still sore from the bunny slopes, Valentin decides it's best to take it easy and go for a relaxing hike in the Senbamachi region along the bamboo trail. He's hoping the fresh air and quiet scenery will help him reset after everything that's happened. But the moment he starts walking, reality hits. Every step sends a sharp reminder of the injury he picked up on the slopes. What was supposed to be a peaceful hike quickly turns into a slow, painful trek through the bamboo forest, with Valentin pushing through the discomfort just to keep moving forward. And just when he thinks the hike can't get any worse, he gets bitten by a giant centipede right on the trail. He spins around in shock, and there they are, the forest spirits. Without missing a beat, he snaps a picture, manages to catch one, and makes a wish with the others. It's chaotic, magical, and somehow so perfectly Valentin. With that, he knocks 2 goals off his aspiration list, completing a hike and encountering the forest spirits, finally getting his first perk from the rewards store. Feeling a second wind kick in, he heads over to the practice rock climbing wall to keep the momentum going. He pushes himself hard, determined to make progress despite the lingering pain. After a few attempts, and one especially rough fall, his body finally gives out. The adrenaline fades, the soreness hits all at once, and he realizes he's not getting any further without the right equipment. Exhausted but still motivated, he decides it's time to head home and invest in some actual climbing gear before he tries again. After that, he finally gets some well-deserved rest. He crashes hard, sleeps through the night, and wakes up the next morning feeling refreshed and ready to take on the mountain all over again. Back at the practice hill, he suits up in his new climbing gear and gets right to work, pushing himself hard as he starts practicing again. The gear helps a little, but not enough to save him from himself. He still slips, still falls, and still eats snow more times than he'd ever admit. But despite all the wipeouts, he pushes through, and by the end of his session he manages to knock out another 2 goals, reaching level 3 rock climbing and clocking a full 3 hours of active climbing. With that, he earns the Trailblazer title and unlocks his next set of goals: perform high-intensity snowboarding on an intermediate or expert hill, successfully reach the peak of Mount Komorebi, and endure an injury from skiing, snowboarding, or rock climbing. Out of those 3, the only one he manages to complete is the high-intensity snowboarding, and he does it on both an intermediate and an expert slope. Honestly, it's a miracle he didn't injure himself doing it. From there, the rest of the day turns into a full-on snowboarding montage. Valentin throws himself into the hills with everything he's got, carving down the slopes with a mix of determination, adrenaline, and pure chaotic energy. He wipes out, he recovers, he picks up speed, he tries new tricks he absolutely shouldn't be attempting, and somehow he keeps landing on his feet. The sun starts dipping behind the mountains, the snow glows gold, and he's still out there riding, pushing himself, laughing through the falls, and proving to himself that he's stronger than he thought. A perfect little bonus adventure of Valentin doing what he does best: falling, getting back up, and somehow leveling up anyway.